How's it going, guys? Cameron here, Canadian Gamer, coming at you with another video. Feels like it's been forever in a day since I put out a video. I've been busy. Lots going on here. Picked up a new car recently. I'm not prepared to show it today, but we'll eventually, when the time comes, we'll talk about that on another vlog. I put out a video recently showcasing the Quake 2 vinyl that came in the mail from Laced Records. And yeah, it's awesome. Amazing. And fun fact, the guy who did the soundtrack to Quake 2, Sonic Mayhem, he actually did the soundtrack to Stranglehold, which I reviewed recently. John Woo presents Stranglehold. So yeah, small world. So yeah, it's good. Colored vinyl. Did talk about it a bit on a previous video. The packaging leaves a little bit to be desired. It's a little bit cheap. You know, it would have been nice to have a gatefold, but it is what it is. Now, Laced Records, they offer this, but they don't offer the original Quake soundtrack, because Trent Reznor of Nine Inch Nails, as far as I'm aware, owns the exclusivity rights to that soundtrack. It's considered part of the Nine Inch Nails discography, if you will. It's considered one of Trent's body of work. So when you go onto the Nine Inch Nails website, you can actually purchase the soundtrack to Quake. It's, again, considered a Nine Inch Nails project, and you can pick up the 12-inch vinyl on the Nine Inch Nails website, which I may do. Wonder if I can put this in here like this. Yeah. Maybe we won't put it there. So yeah, I might pick that up. I actually like Trent Reznor's soundtrack on the original Quake over the Sonic Mayhem soundtrack, OST, if you will, on Quake 2. I'm still waiting for Quake 2, the physical edition, to come in the mail from Limited Run Games. I ordered that a while ago for the Xbox. Had I known I was picking up a Switch, maybe I would have picked it up for the Switch instead. Oh well, it is what it is. Leading into that, this was not planned, I swear. I found on the classifieds, somebody in the Ottawa region, so I can't talk here, classifieds, had this up. Quake, as I rip apart. Quake for the Nintendo Switch. So he wanted 60, I got it for 50. This was somewhat of a budget release when it came out from Limited Run. It was $29.99 USD, which is a really good price. Sold out now, though. But this was one of those offerings from Limited Run Games where there was no reserve. You could order as many copies as you want, and there was even an amount that went to Best Buy that you could purchase at the point of sale. So this is not common, but not rare. It's somewhere in between. It's not really a limited run. I don't know how many were produced, but I imagine it was probably 1 million. So I'm very happy to have the original Quake, a physical copy. If I can't get it for the PS4, then I'll get the nice disc version. The SD card version. There's a nice little instruction manual in there as well. So yeah, this was awesome. This was something I've talked about it before, openly on the channel, and yeah, really cool stuff all over the place here. And today, this came in the mail. So as you guys know, I purchased a 32X recently, and I thought it was complete, but it wasn't. It was missing the link cable that connects the 32X to the Sega Genesis. And it finally came in the mail here today. Here it is. For those of you who want to know what it looks like, yes, you have to connect this into the 32X and this into the Genesis for it to work. Otherwise, when you turn the 32X on, not to get too technical on you guys, but when you play games on the 32X, as far as the graphics are concerned, there's certain parts of the graphics, as an example, certain parts of like maybe the background or maybe the foreground that are actually utilizing just the Genesis, not the 32X. So without this cable, you can still turn the 32X on and stuff will still pop up on the screen depending on the game. It's crazy. Depending on the 32X game, excuse me. Some parts of the graphics will still show up on the screen. Sega Lord X, I think he did a video on that, or maybe it was Digital Foundry might have done that. John Linneman, he did a 2-part series on the 32X where he showcased how the hardware works. So you can always check that out. Good old John Linneman. Have a sip of my wine here. So yeah, like I said, I've been busy all over the map here. Production values, they've never been high on this channel, but really going to scale it back quite a bit. I might be able to put out more content, but it's just going to be stripped back. There's not going to be any special, I don't know what you would say, production values. I'm not going to insert any video or any clips for the most part. It's just going to be a raw one take and that's it, because I'm pressed for time. I'm almost done Disney's Illusion Island on the Switch. It's really good. I'll be putting out a CG reviews video on that shortly. And I'm almost done. What? I'm almost done The Darkness on the Xbox 360. And I'll be putting out a review on that. So, the two main topics I want to talk about today. Hopefully, I can just keep this on the rails and I don't go off the track. The first thing is, it's either February 16th, maybe it's February 15th. Tomb Raider, the trilogy, remastered, is coming out. I don't know if it's getting a physical release. I'm not quite sure. The jury's out on that. So I do want to say, back in the day, way back in the day, when I was buying PC Gamer magazine, it would have been around 1996. Would have been 96. Yeah, I remember getting the pack-in disc, because back in the day, you'd buy a PC Gamer and it came with a demo disc. And this one had Tomb Raider on it, and it actually ran on my computer. You could run it on a potato, as the cool kids say nowadays. And I was running at the lowest resolution. It was like 320 by 240. But it was running. And I remember being blown away by that demo. You started off in the cave. There was like a pit full of water, and there was a couple of dogs that were running after you, and you were shooting them. And it was very dark in tone, very difficult and dark in tone. Just being a demo, I can say it was difficult compared to like a Mario 64, right? I was just blown away by it. And then I never actually played Tomb Raider 2 or 3 that I can recall, but I remember those games were technical showpieces, because let me tell you, when you bought PC Gamer, you would get like this, almost like a Playboy, like a pin-up, like a poster that would open up, and it would say 3DFX Voodoo, and it would show Tomb Raider, like the second game as an example. And I remember seeing Lara Croft on her snowmobile from Tomb Raider 2, and they would show the enhancements because the game was capable of running on the 3DFX cards. I don't know if you guys saw at the beginning of the video, I showcased a little clip of I don't know what it was, RTX 7800, a graphics card from like 2005 I saw at the thrift store. Way off topic. But yeah, back in the day, the 3DFX, the Voodoo cards, I remember seeing the way Tomb Raider looked, just looking at it through the magazine. I was like, wow, look how crazy that looks. So anyways, fast forward to present day, we're getting the trilogy released. I imagine it's a bundle. It's a budget release. Now, interesting to note that whoever is releasing this package, because I think it's some dev team in conjunction with Crystal Dynamics. I saw on Wikipedia, I don't know how much truth there is to it, but it says that this game is using AI texture upscaling. And that's a red flag to me, because for those of you who don't know what that is, that's when the developers run the game through, I'm not an expert on it, but like a system where artificial intelligence upscales the textures. It's not an actual body, not a human, not an employee going in there and masterfully touching up individual textures with love and care. No. We're talking, this is what Rockstar did with the Grand Theft Auto trilogy remastered. They used AI upscaling on the textures. And so they throw it in the machine, The machine does its thing, and then it spits it back out at the developers, and then off the game goes to be pressed, and it's Master's Gold copy, if you will, and off to retail it goes. So as soon as I saw that, I don't know, that's a red flag. To me, personally, now that I know that they're using AI texture upscaling, I'm just going to wait for that to come out, and let's just see what happens. That could either go two ways. Either it'll get praised or it'll get ripped to shreds. I'm almost in the camp where I'd say maybe just get the original games on the PS1 in their jewel cases, those nice jewel cases, and have that with the original PlayStation or your PS2. Play it on a CRT. I don't know what they're doing here with the remastered trilogy. I got a queasy feeling in the bottom of my stomach. So yeah, wait and see approach. Let's see how that plays out. But I'm cautiously optimistic, which is a damn shame because those games are really good. Those are arguably the best Tomb Raider games. They are, because it's like a cross between the old school tank controls of like Resident Evil, but a little bit more modern, which is funny to say because those games came out at the same time. But like Tomb Raider, you're kind of like on cubes, and you're jumping on cubes. It's hard to explain. You'd have to play it for you youngsters out there that have never played it. But you can run around kind of like Mario 64. It's has fluidity in its movements compared to Resident Evil. Maybe? So the last thing I want to talk about here. We're hearing all this uproar about a lot of industry layoffs in the gaming industry, and people are crying about it. Oh my God, this huge Activision Blizzard Microsoft acquisition, and now you're laying off 8%, or you're firing, or you're letting go of 8% of your staff. The people that are talking about this, the YouTubers, Dreamcast guy, all the rest of them, clearly these guys have never worked in the business world. Oh my God. When you have a company over here that acquires 3 companies over here and you put them together, do you know what happens? The next thing, you've got like 2 of everything, okay? You've got 2 staplers, you've got 2 secretaries, okay? You got 2 of everything. You got 2 guys that are programmers, you got 3 guys over here that are working in the art department, okay? You got 3 guys cleaning the bathroom. They have to trim off the fat, okay? Microsoft has to make back what they've spent, okay, on their acquisition, okay? These things are never easy. But it's not just the gaming industry, folks. This happens in all walks of life. Anytime there's a corporate merger, a restructuring, if you will, they're not going to keep everybody in the same position. Okay, they're not going to have 3 CFOs, 3 CEOs, 3 chauffeur drivers. Come on, guys, use your fucking head. And the other thing too, and this just grinds my gears, okay? If you chose to go down that path, now when you're younger, when you're in your 20s and you're in college and you don't know what you want to do, and you just decide, hey, I want to work in the gaming industry, I want to be a developer or programmer or whatever the case may be. You made your bed, now you lie in it, okay? You chose to go down that path, okay? Working in the gaming industry is a terrible decision, okay? There's no stability. You're only as good as your last project, okay? You don't know what's coming down the pipeline. Just go back the last 20 years, okay? And look at all of the developers, all the game companies, all the publishers that have went tits up, okay? We've seen it over and over and over and over and over again. It's going to continue to happen. There's no stability working in this type of environment, okay? It's like someone who's a starving musician, or somebody who's an artist, or somebody that's doing something where there's a little bit of artistic involvement. Anytime you see that, or even the restaurant industry, okay? Anytime, not always. There's always exceptions to the rule. There's always that Pete's joint downtown that's been open for 30 years. It's a mom and pop business. For the most part, anytime somebody opens up a restaurant, it never fucking lasts, okay? Somebody opens up a shawarma shack. It's there for 2 years. Somebody opens up a barbershop. It's there for 3 years. On and on and on and on and on. It is so hard to make a go. And the same goes for the gaming industry. It's not built to last. It's not sustainable. If you're working for Blizzard and you just lost your job, you got no one to blame but yourself, okay? Nobody said that there was any job security working there, okay? Nobody said that, okay? Dust off your resume and go apply for some more jobs or find a different career path, okay? Stop complaining. You know, oh, I got laid off. All these people are losing their jobs. Oh my God, Microsoft, how dare you? What the fuck are you talking about? Oh my God. Oh my God. If you're looking for stability in your life, don't go work in the gaming industry, okay? It's not fucking rocket science, folks. It's not rocket science. Oh my God. Oh my God. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Use your head. You know, if you're younger and you're thinking about going down that road, don't do it. Find something that's a little bit more stable, okay? Think about the long-term, your long-term goals, okay? Don't think about 6 months from now. Don't think about 2 years from now. Think about 10 years from now. Think about 15 years from now. Think about when you're about ready to retire, things like that. And you're not safe anywhere you go. It goes for any walk of life, but especially in the gaming industry, extremely volatile. Extremely. So if you're working in that industry and you lose your job, stop crying. Okay? Stop fucking crying. Okay? Dust yourself off. Okay? Okay? And get your ass out there. Okay? And apply for another job. Okay? Oh my God. Hey, you laugh at people that work at McDonald's, but do you think you're going to lose your job at McDonald's? Not if you're good at it, right? McDonald's isn't going to go under. When was the last time you saw a McDonald's close? Okay? Typically, any McDonald's that is built, if it closes, it's because it's getting a remodel or it's being relocated. There's lots of job security to be had at McDonald's, folks. There's even a pretty good dental plan. Anyways, I'm going to cut it off there because we're already at the 18-minute mark. Battery is going to die on my camera. But we will be back with some more stuff this weekend. I just wanted to touch base with you guys and let you guys know what I've been up to and what I've recently picked up. And yeah, I'm excited to finally plug in the 32X and give it a go. Very excited for that. There's a tri adapter you can get for it as well, where you can plug in one adapter and the plug the lead goes into the Sega CD, the Genesis, and the 32X. So I'm still on the lookout for that. So anyways, I'm going to cut it off there. I'm rambling. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and have a good weekend. Take care.